Where'd you catch?
My chain with the sprocket.
In the sprocket?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean your chain went in the sprocket?
My pants.
Oh.
So I was trapped.
You done?
No, okay.
I'm done. I'm good if you need
No, I
that.
gotta do one more stuff.
What'd you hit?
My side of my, feels like my butt cheek, like my butt crack got bigger.
What the hell?
That feeling?
No.
Not fun.
Doesn't sound like it would be.
Woo! Woo! Okay, so we're going to shoot a how-to on the big bike. This is a SE PK Ripper Mike Buff, or they call it a Fat Ripper. And I ride this bike a lot, I'm going to be honest with you. And we're going to do a 180. It's like a delayed rock walk, a 180 into a rollout as a how-to on the big bike.
Yeah. It's the trick you've been doing on the S&M 20-inch in the garage, where you just, the 180 and then you roll back and then spin out of it in another, like a rock walk, like you said. Yeah.
And if you guys are coming from a 20-inch to these big bikes, everything slows down, which it just takes longer, it slows down, but I like that because it kind of matches my brain speed a little bit, gives me a little more time to react. So, you know, if you want real quick junk, go on the 20-inch. If you're not sharp, ride this, whatever.
Yeah, so we're gonna walk you guys through the trick, break it down. We'll give you some slow motion as well, just to kind of help you guys learn it. And then, is there anything else you wanted to say before we get started?
You don't want me to talk about the gyro now, huh?
I don't.
Do you? I don't know, because, well, I know you got a set routine, and that's fine.
Hold on.
I can just show them real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so I fitted a gyro on here. This came off my Haro dirt jumper. I drilled and threaded the head tube, and it took me a while to figure out. It's not as easy as you think, but these are cable brakes. They're not hydraulic. They're cable. There's one piston on each side. One side doesn't move, the other side does. Okay, so these brakes really shouldn't work this well, but watch this.
Nice. Balance there.
Here's what I like about it is that they lock up, but it gives me feathering. I can feather it without it, dropping down.
That's kind of what mine do.
Yeah, but all the young guys ride these trials. Some of these guys are riding trials brakes, and they can feather the stickiest brake in the world. But for me, I like a little bit of slack. So, and then the gyro. I mean the POTS mod. I just drilled through my jamming spring in there, whatever you call that thing. That, the center bolt. I just drilled one of the leaves out. Rode my cable straight through it. I didn't have to change that.
I'll give you guys some close-ups on the modifications in a second here as well.
And then one more thing, because you guys are definitely going to want to learn wheelies. I shortened the rear end. I just took a link out, a full link. Put the master link back in, shorten the rear end, makes wheelies, I'd say, 30% easier. A lot easier, you don't have to jerk it up so hard. And if you're old like me, your shoulders start to hurt, and it helps with that. So
Okay, and so like I was saying, we're gonna do this like our normal how-tos where we break it down step by step and give you some slow-mo footage as well. And before we get started, I want to mention, as always, if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want, subscribe to our channel. And then if you are interested, we did get some more of our look back t-shirts in stock in the 2XL size. So a lot of people were asking for those, and so we have them back in stock now.
Yeah, I'm hoping you guys are into some white look back tees and peace signs, because I want to start wearing white shirts, man.
Yeah.
Black shirts, even out here in Monterey. It's like, man, this thing is like it's like a solar screen or something. I feel like I'm being cooked.
Yeah, well, we got some cool new designs getting worked on by Shay Snow at the moment. So once we have those ready, we're going to put those up and then probably do some like pre-orders or something like that for various colored t-shirts, so we can get everyone what they want. All right, you ready to get started?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna have RL go through full speed a few times just so you can see what we're going for, and then we'll start breaking it down. Ooh, power wheelie out. All right, so what would you say the first step is? You gotta approach. And
you go at first. You're gonna go slow, and you're gonna be like, you're not gonna get. If you've never done this before, you're not gonna get a 180 your first try. This would be a 180.
So that's the first part of the trick, is the nose 180.
Right, but to learn it, we're gonna cheat. Instead of coming straight, would this be easier to explain on the line? It would be.
Okay. So we're gonna do it on
this line.
Well, let's do it on this line.
Okay, how are you gonna? Okay, because I'm gonna show about cheating, and that's where the line comes in.
I can see the line. What's the problem?
Nothing. I'm just overthinking.
Okay.
Okay, so to do the 180, you come at a decent speed. I mean, you're not like, doing 90 miles an hour. You just gotta have a little speed because these tires stick. So you got to be able to get it around. They're big tires, got a lot of rubber on the concrete. Turn into it, push with your outside leg right here, which should be back. And then when you land it, and you let go of your brakes, turn your wheel, and you're going to roll somewhere about in here. You can lock up your rear brakes, turn your front wheel, kind of come out of it.
So do you pedal backwards at all, or do you instantly spin into it?
No, I'm pedaling backwards because on a small bike, you would just 180 out of this, okay? But these tires are so grippy that you're gonna have to roll part of it like this, then hit the brakes and go out of it.
So do you have any recommendations? Because on here, there's no free coaster.
Right.
So just start pedaling backwards once you let go of that front brake in the beginning?
A lot of people ride freestyle with free wheels, and they just get used to pedaling backwards, and they time it to when their pedal is just right and they whip out of it, When you're older, or you just don't want to think that much, get a free coaster, but I'm going to talk to somebody about making one for one of these bikes. It'd be cool. Okay, so this is the main trick all the way through. I come in at a pretty good clip, and I kind of preload my body, This foot is back. Crank into it. This foot is kind of pushing the bike over. Something has to push the bike around. Push the bike back. As soon as you land, let go of your front brake and let this front wheel roll. Right about here. Huh?
I've noticed the sharper you turn the wheel, the more speed you pick up, or the faster you whip.
Good point.
So like a shallow turn is going to make you do a slower but bigger loop.
Yeah, so if you're like this, it's going to be slower. If you can get this thing pretty sharp, you can get a bigger whip, grab your rear brake, lean out of it, and start moving your body towards the rotation. And then you pedal out.
Or wheelie out.
Wheelie out. I started to do it. I haven't done it, but I've gotten like 5-6 feet.
So do you think you can go through the trick, but do it like maybe half speed?
Yeah.
Let's try that. So you're kind of leaning your butt or pulling back on the bars after that first nose 180?
Yeah, like, and I also, when I go like this, and was I pedaling backwards?
I didn't notice, but it seems like you kind of lean back or stick your butt back to kind of pull the bike with you.
Yeah, you get that roll and you lean back because you want this rotation to happen. If you're over the bars, it ain't gonna happen. And when I'm coming out, I'm like this, I'm ready to pedal. So you could even take off in a wheelie as slow as I can. See how it didn't go around all the way?
Yeah, because it's slower.
Because it's slower, but another thing is I'm leaning forward when I do the first 180. Watch. I'm like way up.
All right, so you've got some little tips or tricks for making this one a little easier
right.
when learning?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm coming in on this line. Let's call this line straight. So this is a 180. That's a 180. Boom, right?
Yep.
Now, if you're new to this, it's going to take you a while to get that 180. So when you roll into it, start like this. Okay, or like this. Okay, so you're not doing a whole 180 and then push it to the line and roll out until you figure out to get that whole 180.
Yeah.
And you could come in like, here, I'll do it.
Now for me, learning this trick on the smaller bike, I've found too with that part, you really, like you said, you gotta load your hips almost and then twist to get that back wheel to spin around.
Yeah.
I found that helps a lot too.
Yeah, little bike will be a lot faster. It'll be kind of twitchy and kind of fast, but it'll go a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to come in at an angle on that line, and then I don't have to let it roll out. I mean, you could come in, just do a 90 almost. You know, in fact, you're almost coming in to learn it. You can just do a do a 90-degree turn and roll out of it and pop out here. Doesn't matter, you know, there's no rule that says you have to do a 180 to a 180 or you get flagged. You can do whatever you want, you know.
So that's pretty much it then for the walkthrough on it. I think now what we're gonna do is show you guys some slow motion clips of it, as well as we got the GoPro, so we're gonna do like a point of view angle with Dad wearing the camera, so you guys can see what that looks like.
See. Oh.
You okay? You alright?
Where'd you catch?
My chain with the sprocket.
In the sprocket?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean your chain went in the sprocket?
Alright guys, so we just finished filming the how-to video for you guys on the big bike, and we're just wrapping up, but before we go, RL had a couple of things he wanted to mention.
Okay, so when we first talked on Facebook, meaning all of you and me, I said I was just going to be up front. You're just going to see what's in my head, and so that's what I'm going to tell you about now. And you know, I'm just going to be straight honest about this. I don't, you know, when I come out in my garage and I'm looking at my S&M, which is a 20-inch, and this is a 26-inch fat bike. Lately, I've been really attracted to this thing, and I'm trying to figure out why, and I know why. I think on the 20-inch, you know, I'm bigger now. I'm 220 and 6 foot. I used to be 6 foot and like 180, 170. So, and
Maybe
I'm older.
like 5'11", 5'10" now.
No, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. Can't even give me an inch. Anyways, so you know, I'm a little slower. I'm not as sharp as I was when I was 25. So I need more time when I'm going into a crash. I need reaction time because my hands and my feet don't get out in front of me. And on this thing, it's like riding in slow motion. You have so much time to get out of the crash, depending on what you're doing, of course. And it's just really stable. Now, I'm not saying I'm never riding my 20-inch. Of course, I'm going to ride my 20-inch. I love riding freestyle on that thing. But this thing is just comfortable seat, and you can cruise and do nothing. You can do whatever you want. And the two crashes that I've had on this thing, like you'll see in this video, I caught my pant leg in the sprocket, and I was trapped. So I just had to fall over, you know. And the other one, I was rolling backwards, and it got caught, and I just had to fall over. So those were the two main crashes. I had small ones, but I just don't crash as much on this bike. Am I drifting?
No, not at all.
Why were you looking at me like that?
Because I thought the crash was kind of funny.
This one?
Yeah.
It was, right? Man, it was one of those ones where whatever happens in between your butt cheeks doesn't feel like it's in the right place. It's like a butcher, like a rupture, but a butcher. I don't know.
So you got your pant leg caught.
Got my pant leg caught.
That's like day one stuff, man.
I know, right? It's like, man, now I'm thinking, okay, so I got my sock tucked in, which I think looks really stupid. So what, I'm gonna have to wear like a Velcro strap, or is there another? Maybe I get one of those discs that sit on the outside, but yeah, okay, so here's another one. I was just trying G-turns on this thing, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's like slow motion. You have more time to react. Yeah. I can glide, and it's balanced better because the big wheels. It's heavy. It's not like, I'm not going to tell you it's easy to do freestyle on here, but you can do it. And you could cruise this thing to the beach. You could cruise it on the rides with all those guys like we did on Saturday in LA. Yeah. It's just kind of like a really good all-around bike.
It really is, yeah. Yeah, I love my fat quad for sure.
I think I like my Mike Buff better than your fat quad.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
No, the fat quad it's got one advantage, is the top tube is a little lower.
Oh yeah, for the cans.
For like the 10-foot can airs, my foot keeps hanging up right here.
Alright guys, so that concludes our how-to video on the big bike. We do plan on doing more how-tos on the 20-inch as well, and we will come out with more for this bike in the future. If you guys have any ideas for tricks you want to see us do on this bike in the near future or in our next video, be sure to comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We look forward to seeing you guys next time.
I'm going to say one more thing.
Yeah.
So Todd Lyons gave me this bike, okay? Gave me it for free, which I thank you, Todd. It's been a blast. I do not get paid for using this bike because I feel like when I tell you guys something where I'm excited about it, I wonder if you guys are thinking, oh, he's getting paid. No, I'm not getting paid. I just ride this bike because, well, I like that it has Mike Buff, Perry Kramer, Scott Bridehop, and Todd Lyons behind it. Those are four of the best guys in this sport. And then I just like the way it handles and the big tires. It's just a blast to ride.
Yeah, it is. They both are.
Yeah. So now I'm done.
Okay, cool. You know, I did see a lot more fat quads at the ride out than Mike Buff fat rippers, so I don't know.
I saw a lot of Mike
I think
Buff.
the people have spoken about which bike is better.
Okay, well, just wait until next year because I know Mike's doing some really cool stuff on the new bikes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.